You're already having conversations every day with clients, with subs, with suppliers, your team. So what if I told you that those conversations can be content? Here's what most people think. Creating a podcast takes a production team, expensive gear, and hours of editing. What they're actually missing is this: 3 tools, 75 minutes, completely done. And I just proved it again yesterday. So let me pull back the curtain and show you how this actually works. Here's a stack. Contrast for the conversation, Tela for the production, and Opus for the distribution. And I'm gonna walk you through exactly what happens in each phase with timestamps so you can steal this for your own business. Phase 1 is Contrast. Most people think of Contrast as just a webinar tool. I use it as my podcast recording studio, and here's why. First, it handles the conversation flow. I can set up topics ahead of time, and the interface keeps us on track. There's no more "where were we" moments. Second, AI transcription happens automatically. While we're talking, Contrast is capturing everything. Third, and this is the part that most people miss, it can create animated topic cards. So when we shift subjects, there's a visual marker built in. And if we want to go live, I can cast to LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, all from the same interface. But for our purposes, we're just recording. The conversation happens naturally, Contrast captures it, and it's done. Time investment, however long your conversation is. For me, it's usually about 35 minutes. Once we're done, I export out the recording, and that's phase 1 complete. Phase 2 is Tela. This is where most people get stuck. They think editing takes forever or needs to be handled by a team of VAs in the Philippines. But here's how I compress it. I upload the recording into Tela, and while that's uploading from Contrast to Tela, and this is the key, I'm not sitting idle. I pull in my pre-built assets. Every video gets the same call to action overlays, one at the halfway mark, one at the beginning, and one at the end. I've already created these once. Now I just have to drag and drop them. While that's still uploading, I open Claude. Here's my exact process. I tell Claude, write me a 45-second intro for a podcast about whatever topic we're discussing. Hook the viewer, set the context, tease what they'll learn. Claude drafts it, I read through, tweak a few words to match my voice, and we're done. Now, record that intro as a voiceover, usually over an animated thumbnail or a visual I've already created in either Gamma or Canva. By the time I'm done with the voiceover, the main recording has finished uploading. So now the editing. Tela makes this crazy fast. I trim mistakes, everyone stumbles, so we cut it out. I minimize the dead air, those awkward silences, they're gone. I check the auto-generated subtitles, fix any weird transcription errors. Now, this is not Hollywood editing. This is make it watchable, make it work editing. The goal isn't perfection. A goal is forward momentum. The time investment for this phase is about 20 minutes. Once I'm happy, I send it to the guest for final review, and then we export. Phase 3 is Opus. This is where one conversation becomes a week of content. I upload the finished video from Tela into Opus. Opus uses AI to scan the entire recording and identify the most impactful moments, the clips that stop the scroll. It scores each potential clip, suggesting cuts, creating vertical versions for Instagram and TikTok, horizontal for YouTube Shorts. Then I review, pick the best 3 to 5, and schedule them out. One conversation, one production, and multiple distribution points. This is the part that used to require a VA or a video editor. Now, the AI does the hunting. I just approve it. Time investment for this, about 10 minutes. Total workflow, 75 minutes or less. So here's what I want you to take away from this. You don't need a production team. You don't need expensive gear. In fact, most of the time, I use my phone to record my videos. And you don't need to spend your whole weekend editing. You need 3 tools and give or take 75 minutes. But more importantly, you need to recognize that you're already creating content every day. You're just not capturing it. Every conversation with a client can be content. Every call with us about their schedule, content. And every meeting where you solve a real world problem, content, or at least it can be. The companies that treat content as a discipline, like safety and project management, will dramatically outperform those that treat it like a side project. This is how I do it, and now you can too.
Yeah,